That essence for me has always been a sense of family. You know, when you hit New Orleans and you see all of the folks on the plane when you travel in, you see all of the folks at the restaurants, it's more than just the concerts, it's more than just the empowerment sessions. It really is, even in the streets, a sense of family. You know, there's a kind of hello to everybody and a feel good that I think we are, over the course of years, losing in our community. And so when we come back to it, I think it's so very important, particularly annually, just to kind of refresh that feeling and get a sense that we're all in this together.
Well, thank you so much. And I know that there are like thousands of people that come here every year, and I've been here before, but it just seems like this is important at this time in, I guess, in our country, that we come to events like this that bring us together, because we're so divided sometimes about the racial issues and things that are going on in the, I guess, in the news, and so it's just good to see us come together for something that's positive and we can share and we can talk to each other. So anything that you would tell aspiring journalists or aspiring people out there that want to do something in their communities, what would you say?
Well, I tell people that we all have a role. Sometimes we look to others to make change and to be impactful, and we think it has to be someone who's up on high. And if you really look at social change over the years, it's really done by the masses, the people in the street. Maybe a leader comes in or someone inspires, but the change happens on the ground, and that has not changed. And so we need to make sure that we all know that we all have a role in change. The other thing is actually doing. Too many people just wait for someone else to do, and they complain about situation, they complain about what's going on, and then when you turn the table and say, well, what are you doing to make change? They don't really have an answer for you. So I think that we all have to believe that we can make change, that we are a vehicle for change and a vessel for change, and that we have to buy in and believe that we are the change.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm sure that those words will go out to our audience. And thank you. This is Rhonda again. So we're ending up. So just, if you had to tell anybody out there listening to you one thing that you would encourage, maybe an up and coming artist or a child or somebody that wants to get into this business.
Well, I will say, and I tell this story all the time because I think I'm supposed to, with The People versus O.J. Simpson. It's a show that I did, but I almost didn't go to that audition 3 times. I was going to cancel, and I kept hearing the voice. It was God, but a voice saying, go. The odds are so against you that I need you to know I did it. You understand? I need you to know I did it. You didn't do it. It was me. And so I went. I did it anyway. And the reason from doing that show, everything else started happening again, you know, just bigger and better. So I tell people, don't listen to the voice that says don't listen to the voice that says you can't, and don't say all the odds are against you, there's no way I'm going to get this role, because these are voices that were in my head saying the same things, and had I listened, I wouldn't have gone. I picked the phone to cancel it. So I'm telling you, don't give up. If you know you want to do it, don't listen to the no's, don't listen to the can'ts, listen to God, do it.
I'm a Gator, but that's okay. But it's okay. You represent Kenda Asacy well. Your project here at the Essence Festival, how important is it that you give back to kids?
I mean, it's amazingly important. You know, this is, without the support I had growing up, who would have known where I would have ended up in life? So it's always good to give back to the kids, show them a future that they could definitely see themselves doing. So whether it be a basketball player or whether it may be a doctor or a computer engineer, you know, at the end of the day, it's about giving the kids a future.
Because we see you on TV and we see all these things and we say we want to be this basketball player. But when it comes down to it, if you're just a good person, and how important is it to tell you everybody's not going to be a great basketball player such as yourself? So what do you say?
I mean, everyone has their knack. You know, my knack was to play basketball. That's something that I was given by God to do. So everyone has their thing. It may not even be a basketball player. It may be even a garbage man, whatever it may be. But just be the best at what you are and be the best at what you're good at. And everything works out always.
Well, thank you, Mr. Towns, for giving this time to ANTV. This is Rhonda Wilson with Center Stage. So what is your next project?
So I am working on an album with Motown, and I have the best team I could possibly have. They've been there for me. They've kind of just adopted me as a family member, and it's coming out soon. I'm shooting for no later than this fall, so this September. It's almost done. I just got a few more tracks to record and lay down, and yeah.
You come and share your projects with us, because as an actress you've been doing this for a while and you don't have to be in a place like this, but why do you choose to come here?
Well, I love both parts of Essence Festival. I love the empowerment stage. So yesterday I interviewed Cookie Johnson for her new book, Believing in Magic, where we talked about you know, dealing with the HIV announcement that happened 25 years ago, where we dealt with, you know, CJ and the fact that he has, you know, come out and talking about, you know, how faith and grace and a lack of judgment is so important. So I love the empowerment stage, and I love the nighttime stuff. But listen, to your question, why am I here? Because I've been doing this a while. You're only as good as your last project, and I am here because you all love me and I love you. And without you, I'm not much at all. Without your approval, without your pushing the projects, without your saying, ooh, Lynn Whitfield, she's still got it, or whatever y'all are saying. What's wrong with her, or why is she always playing this bitch you love to hate, or whatever you have to say. You're calling my name, and I love it.
All right. That's a good one.
Thank you. Any other questions?
It's important because, you know, we are a community, you know what I mean? And we're family, we rely on each other, and I think, you know, for me as a black woman, there are a lot of negative stereotypes in the media that they portray us negatively, and it's erroneous, and to me it's tragic, because our strength and our power and our potential is sometimes limited by, you know, how people perceive us because of things that we see. And so events like Essence highlight women who are doing incredible things, highlight women who are not just doing amazing things, but supporting other black women who are doing amazing things. And so it's important to bring awareness to this, and that's why I think events like this are important to come to and to talk to people and interact with people.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on, ask me some questions. What's up?
Mr. Benet.
Yes, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. I'm Rhonda Wilson with African Network Television.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? How are you doing? And my question would be, I know this is going on for a long time, but with everything that's going on in our country, why is it important that we get together for events like this, or especially for artists to come and share with just the general public?
Well, I think it's really important for people to come together like this for events such as this, to just show, not that, you know, we haven't shown it enough throughout history, but just black exceptionalism, just supporting the arts, the intellect, the intellectual power of us as a people. And, you know, it's all about supporting each other and lifting each other up. And Essence Fest is, you know, that's what it's all about here.
Well, thank you.
Welcome.
The best time, having a ball. It's like one of the greatest community family reunions ever. Folks have just come here to this city just to be here all together and have a good time. I haven't seen anybody break out into a fight. I haven't seen anybody cuss anybody out. I have only seen people hug, love, embrace each other, and groom.
Coming to a festival like the Essence Festival, which is not necessarily like a Grammys or an award festival that's giving to you, but you're giving back to us. Why do you think that's important as an artist to continue to do events like this?
The reason I like the Essence Festival is because it doesn't feel like an award show. You know, and it doesn't feel like contrived. A lot of people go to award shows, a lot of artists, because they want to get press, or they want to... The Essence Festival, first of all, is in New Orleans. That alone, the vibe alone, you know, it's very personal, it's very real, it's very raw. So I think that that's what you get when you come to an Essence Festival, you get that vibe. And I feel like it's important because look at what it draws. And every time there's a festival here, they always have great performances, and it's really about music and the experience itself. So that's what I think makes this festival different from any other festival. You know, they got Coachella out in LA and Burning Man, where all the people go and do all types of stuff. But this is about, which, you know, no, hey, whatever, do your thing. But this is about music, and it's about culture, and it's about, you know, it's about us. It's about black people, and it's about what, you know, what we love. And, you know, I love that. You know, I love being a part of that. And this time, I haven't been here in 5 years.
Wow.
5 years. So, you know, again, it's being older and being someone who's developed his more creative side. It's just a different type of experience for me now, and I see it in a different way, because I see the way music affects people. And you forget that because music has changed so much at radio, and you forget that.
That's Quick Sugar in a nutshell.